Hello everyone, and welcome to my video and presentation today. My name is Nathan of this 2008 Honda Odyssey EX. Gonna look at this van all the way around, inside, outside, under the hood, and talk about all of the recent service work that it's just had right here, right now on my channel. Thanks for taking a look. Leave your comments, suggestions, subscribe if you like what I do in presenting cars to you guys. Appreciate all of the above. This is called Sparkle Silver Metallic, and it does just that in the sun. When you really look at it here with the sun gleaming on it, it's got a lot of metallic and metal flake in the paint. It's a nice pretty color. It's a little different than the norm of all the grays and dark grays, and shadow quartz I think is another dark gray color, but this is a nice bright silver. Good looking shiny alloy wheels to match. This is a very nice van. It has some flaws cosmetically on the outside, not too many on the inside, like any good van should. As I always say about minivans, they are like the family truckster, the family hauler of all things people and gear. So they get a lot of use and they get a little bit of abuse, but as long as they run well and they've been taken care of, especially when they have this name right here on them, they can certainly last a long time. I'll make a separate video of me driving this van, so take a look for that on my channel as well. It runs and drives beautifully. It runs and drives perfect. Everything works like it should. It's smooth, it's straight. The brakes are great because they're brand new. The tires are smooth and straight. It's very nice and drives fantastic. So take a look for that video as well. I'm just gonna finish going around the outside here, and then I'm gonna tell you about all of the new parts that it's had. 194,000 miles, so just under 200. Obviously, really still light mileage for any Honda, let alone one of these vans. Take note of how nice and clear the headlight lenses are. Those are the daytime running lights that are on right now. Those headlight lenses are very nice and clear and clean. Here's the roof. There's a little dent in the roof up there, right there. Yep. So it has two sets of keys, so two complete sets of keys. It has side airbags all the way down the sides from the front to the rear, so definitely a nice safety feature for you and your family. Most of these, I believe, as EXs or EXLs did have that, and especially Tourings. So new parts right now that just got done on this van, all new brakes and rotors. So you can see brakes and rotors shiny and new up front here. These two tires in the front are also brand new. The rear tires have 8 32nds tread, so they have plenty of life left. There's the nice new shiny brakes in the rear, and then here's these tires. These have 8 32nds tread. These will have a long time to go before they will actually need replaced. The two new tires up front also got two new TPMS. TPMS stands for Tire Pressure Monitoring System sensors. A couple of those sensors were bad, had those replaced. So all is well now with the tire pressure monitoring system. So two new sensors, two new tires up front, all new brakes and rotors front and rear. And then on top of that, it had all 3 engine mounts replaced. I will try to show you under the hood, but there's a front engine mount, a rear engine mount, and a side engine mount. There's 3 in total. All 3 of them had enough wear that they were causing a little bit of vibration, which is what happens when engine mounts wear out. It replaced the 2 that most likely were causing that and ended up needing the 3rd one. So did the 3rd one as well, because that's how I do. Make it right the first time so that it's ready for you to buy, drive, and enjoy. On top of that, the right front CV axle got replaced. Its boot was torn and slinging some grease, if you know what that means. Axles don't last forever. The boots eventually rip and tear, and then they start to throw the grease that's inside of them around underneath the car. So the left one was in great shape on this, but the right one needed replaced, so did that as well. Along with inner and outer tie rod ends up front, they had some play, replaced those. It got a brand new battery, an Interstate battery. I have a lot of faith and belief in Interstate batteries. that got replaced. And then it also had an alignment and an oil service, aka oil change. So the alignment had to be done. Good idea with the new tires, but especially had to be done with the new tie rod ends. And then on top of that, this is a hitch back here. Great for a bike rack or an additional cargo carry rack. If you have so much stuff that it won't fit in the van, this is great for all of those uses, but particularly bike racks and the cargo carry rack. The timing belt was replaced at 156,000 miles prior to the most recent owner's purchase of this. So the timing belt was done at 156, so it is still in good shape and good to go for another 50-60,000 miles. Cosmetic flaws on the outside. There's a little rust spot down here at the bottom of this quarter panel, along with a little bit right there and a little bit right there. There's a really soft door ding right there. You probably can't even see it, it's so small. There's the dent in the roof that I already pointed out. There's a few marks on the bumpers, of course, as there should be with any good van. They've been touched up, but you can see some of the chips here on the back bumper from loading things getting in and out. There's some chips on the bottom of the tailgate that's been touched up. There's a little scratch right there. It's been touched up. This side, there's a couple little bubbles right there. And then the rest of this is pretty clean. Then there's a spot down here, same as the other side. It's had some touch-up paint put on it to make it look a little better and slow it down. There's some chips on the door handles from rings and fingers and things. Been touched up. Just a little boo-boo here on the bumper. Been touched up. Cracked the paint a little bit, but again, that's what bumpers are for. A little chip out of the chrome right there. A couple little scratches right here. There's some stone chips on the hood that have been touched up, but they've all been touched up now, so it looks nice. So, you know, for the mileage and the age, I think this is still well above board. The wheels are in great shape, nice and clean and clear, shiny. Sometimes the finish on these Odyssey, along with other wheels, will do what's doing right there, which is the clear coat finish on the wheels is peeling and flaking. It's gotten dirt and contaminants underneath it, like what's happening right there around the edge. Sometimes you'll see it though where it's over the whole wheel. This is still pretty darn nice considering age and mileage. So all of them are nice. They all have a little bit of that, but they're all pretty darn nice. So there's that, and there's that one. All right, let's take a look inside. It does have all of the factory original floor mats, but I have them in the rear. Here's the driver's side door panel, nice and clean overall. Power windows, power locks, heated mirrors, power mirrors. You can see how nice the carpeting is though. That's kind of why I left them out. But it has all the original mats that fit the floor perfectly. Power seat on the driver's side. Driver's side seat is nice and in good shape. There's the side airbag tag here. Armrests are in good shape, which is sometimes hard to find. Many cup holders throughout this van, of course. Let's take a look in here and then we'll move on to the rest. This tray will fold flat like this if you would rather have stuff right there, or tissue boxes or whatever you have. Lots of compartments here. Compartment here, more cup holders in here. There's a power outlet here. The aux input is here. There's another storage compartment down here. 2 glove boxes, not 1 but 2. All the owner's manuals are in here, and if I didn't already say this, it has 2 sets of keys. So another key and another remote, 2 of each. Automatic climate control, front and rear. So you can control everything here. You can sync so that everybody's temperature is the same. You can unsync. You can turn the rear on or off to give control to the rear. I'll show you that when we go back there, but where the rear passengers can control it themselves if you can trust your children. 6-disc CD changer, original radio. There's the aux button for the aux input that's down here. Dashboard is in good shape, no issues there, nice and clean. Garage door home link buttons up here, and then this is a sunglass holder which doubles as a kiddie mirror, which I think is fantastically engineered, so you can look in the mirror and watch your kids. Visors are in good shape and nice and clean, so is the entire headliner. Matter of fact, it's nice and tight. There's the side airbag tag right there in that pillar. There's side airbags in this pillar, all the way to the rear. There's side airbags. Steering wheel controls for the radio, cruise. There's the exact mileage, 194,415. These are the power door buttons to open and close the power doors. This turns off the traction control if you don't desire for it to be on, which most people would. Gas door release, and I'm going to go ahead and open the hood. We'll look under the hood after we look over the rest of the interior. So power door, back seats very clean as well. This is truly an 8-passenger. So if you count the seats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not a lot of minivans offer what's really an 8-passenger. This middle, I call it a jump seat because it is awfully small, but this is a legal seat. There's a proper seat belt that fastens here, comes out of the headliner up here, and creates a regular 3-point seat belt. So it's very safe, but nonetheless, if you don't need this, you can remove this middle jump seat, third row seat, or third person jump seat right here, and then there would be a traditional pass-through right through the middle. For families that have a lot of kids or a lot of people, you might need it. So it's nice that it's here. Sometimes people take these out and then they end up missing from the vans for the rest of their lives. So it's very nice that it's here. Truly makes it an 8-passenger. Not as easy, obviously, to get through, but with the ease of lifting this and this sliding forward, not bad at all to get back here into the third row. So cup holders, third row seat is clean and nice, just like the rest. Carpeting back here is nice. The third row seat, as you probably know, tumbles into the rear, which I'll show you in the back. Here's the rest of the headliner. All the interior lighting works like it should. See how that seatbelt comes out of the ceiling and then hooks in for that third row buckle? Same thing for this one. It hooks in right there, and then it creates a regular 3-point seatbelt for ultimate safety. Backs of the seats are nice. These seats recline a little bit. This storage compartment well is a nice bonus to put stuff down in there. So very nice. You can see there's a little bit of staining in the carpet up here that didn't come out with the cleaning, but overall still pretty nice. Backs of the seats are in great shape here. Oh, and the rear climate control, I was thinking it was on that side. That's why I looked back when we were in the front, but it's actually here. So again, if you give control to the rear, they can control it themselves right there. All right. This power door sometimes needs a little helping push when it starts to go to shut. Works, but can be a little temperamental. Manual tailgate, which is nice. Nothing to break with it being power. So again, these seats, most people know, but in case you don't, I'm not going to demonstrate it at this point, but the pull straps fold it flat and then it tumbles backwards, and they end up here in this well, and then it becomes a flat load floor. You can see the bracketry there where it would tumble backwards. You can take out the second row, but in order to do that, you physically have to remove it. So it's a little bit of a task, a little bit of weight to those seats. But if you really didn't need all these seats, you could tumble these into here and you could remove all those. If you don't have any kids and you're going to use it for a work van, that works too. You just have to physically remove that row. Here's all of the mats. This is all of the pieces. Some of them snap into the floor, but all of them are here. This is the front license plate bracket that's been taken off because we don't need it anymore in Ohio. Some of these mats have a little bit of wear and a little bit of stain to them, but they're overall pretty nice, and they are the originals. There's also this rubber cargo mat back here. That's an original Odyssey cargo mat. It says Odyssey somewhere on it right there. There's all the little small pieces. It's like a giant puzzle with these floor mats. The spare tire tools and jack are in here. The tire is actually in here. There's some marks on the plastic back here, but it's really not too bad, I don't think. There's another power outlet back there. So, all right. Oh, I also forgot to point out on the other side, there are window shades back here. If you have really small children, at least on this EX model, I'm not sure if it would be on LX's, but these shades can be pulled up like so and help block out some sun. So here's these seats, just as nice as that side. This seat, of course, does the same thing with sliding forward on the tracks. Right. Lots of armrests for everybody to be comfortable. All right, and this door is usually pretty happy sliding on its own. Passenger seat has a little bit of wear and discoloration on the bottom here, but it has been professionally cleaned and steam cleaned. It is clean. It just has some little bit of darkness there on the bottom that's just not going to come completely out, but it's still nice. And this seat is manual. Remember, the driver's side seat was power. This seat is manual. A little bit of stain on the carpet here and there, but it's still pretty nice. And this door panel, clean here. All right, so I think that's everything I wanted to show you guys inside. Let's take a look at the 3.5 liter V6. Can't remember how many horsepower this engine is, but it does a nice job in these vans. There's the new interstate battery. The engine mounts, like the front one's down there, so it's not very easy to see from here. The side one's over here. Not exactly the easiest thing for me to point out to you, but they are all replaced. Bottom of the hood is nice and clean. All this factory labels. See if I can rev this up a little bit so you can hear it at a little higher RPM. Right. Don't forget, like I said in the beginning, I'm going to go take this for a drive so that you can see and experience how it drives with me, which is awesome. It drives fantastic. So, pretty easy to show and tell on this one. Odyssey, Honda, wonderful. I didn't say this in the beginning, but I'll say it right now, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about it on my driving video because I like to narrate and comment as I drive, but a friend of mine, longtime friend, has a 2007 Odyssey, same generation as this, and also an EX model. He travels the country delivering furniture, artwork, motorcycles, ATVs, small light equipment and stuff. His Odyssey, when he started driving it, had 242,000 miles, and just recently he turned 360,000 miles, and he's only had it for a couple of years, and he's put over 100,000 miles on it. It's been a great van for him. It's taken him literally coast to coast and made him a lot of money, at least for what he does in his business. But just a testament to mileage and life expectancy of these vans if they have some proper care and maintenance. His has definitely been very, very loyal to him and caused him minimal problems. So thanks for watching. Thanks for looking. Again, please leave your comments, your suggestions. Of course, you can subscribe if you like what I've done here and shown you this van. I appreciate that, and I appreciate any suggestions. I try to make every video that I make better than the previous one. I'm an amateur, in fact. I am self-taught with my videography and photography skills. Nobody helped me with that but myself. And I enjoy what I do to present cars and show them to you guys and talk about them. So with that, thanks for watching, and make it a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.